That's my enthusiasm for science!
So 100%, right, it's waifus.
Gotta go back in time.
That time I went back in time and started a Goblin revolution.
A big Goku
in the sky.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's it.
I'm in so much mental pain right now.
I'm thinking, which is very difficult, clearly.
The moon blowing up was a hoax.
And then ends up in space standing. What? Hello, welcome to the world of tomorrow. We at the National Administration of Scientific Unionization Throughout Humanity, or NASF for short, are proud to bring forth the best and brightest in the ultimate goal to make Goblin girls real through science!
Wow, that peaked hard. That peaked so hard.
Yes! That's my enthusiasm for science! Today, we have our special guest, the owner of Senpai News, and the designer of Tiamat Task Services, Xeno. And to pick that luxurious brain of his, we have myself, Hydroxate, and Tobiah! So, now, dropping the act a little bit. Mr. Xeno. In Gurren Lagann, the human mechs and most other spiral technologies are powered by willpower and sometimes sheer audacity. What would the next unlikely power source be in your upcoming space anime? And what character would you borrow from another anime for your show?
Okay, so 100%, right, it's waifus, right, 100%. Because if you have watched, Bang Braven, right, the mecha are powered by waifus, right? It sounds like I'm making this up. I'm not. 100% waifu is a power source. Not suitable for hot sauce.
Not suitable. Okay, so it's a High Dive exclusive. And which waifu in particular would you be borrowing?
I want to say Rios. No taboo. Whew.
Xeno, as a famous scientist myself, I have some questions for you. So, does isekai anime prove that energy cannot be created nor destroyed, only transformed?
Oh. You see, what you don't realize is Steins Gate is an isekai anime, right? And through the power of time travel, right, you go to different universes, and thus you can transform solid state bananas into jelly state bananas. So it certainly can be transformed. Much like mad scientists can be transformed into magical girl.
I'm sensing a trend that Xeno wants to become a magical girl.
This can be arranged.
No, either that or I have mecha powered by magical girls.
Okay. Xeno, as we approach a real-life near convergence, do you fear magic girl tanks or idiots in direct brain-controlled space mechs more? And what anime exemplifies your fear?
So, I feel that the mecha one is gonna scare me more because it's gonna turn out that piloting your gigantic mechs with just your brain a la Armored Core is going to be the new type of mecha, which just will result in another, is it Zek Nova, where everything just explodes. So I'm going to go with a Gundam reference, and yeah. And if you want a specific Gundam G-Quux.
This is a more general question for you, Xeno. In your opinion, how would Mao Mao from Apothecary Diaries react to the scientific advancements found in settings more similar to Star Trek? I thought you'd like this one.
I do. I think that we would lose her for a solid week or so as she's just gone off to learn like how all this like advancements in science work. She will get absolutely enamored by like tricorders, especially medical tricorders. And she would probably run afoul as captain of a starship, and just constantly wanting to not do her job. You know, she's just like, oh, can't I just fob that off onto someone else while she makes weird shit.
I thought she would just immediately accidentally get herself killed off because she would have the replicator make some kind of poison, and due to the potency of it, or concentration, it's like, oh, and she's dead.
It's like, oh, what is it? It's green.
Green.
Good reference.
What is it? It is green.
Yes, let's move on. I have important questions to ask. And my question is, if Isaac Newton was an anime waifu, what would his anime be called?
That time I fell asleep under an apple tree, an apple fell on me, killed me, and I resurrected as Thomas Jefferson's wife.
Thomas Jefferson? Wasn't that the same time they were alive?
Yes, but resurrects as his wife and steals all his patents. Yeah, there we go.
I'm in so much mental pain right now just from that disturbing imagery of, wow, okay.
Well, Sir Isaac Newton getting resurrected, reincarnated.
As Thomas Jefferson's wife? Well, it depends on which of Thomas Jefferson's wife you're talking about. Anyway, if you were actually a technical genius and you could unlock all your gray matter at once, would you choose a brain-programmed wand gun or an eagle's focus in shooting your enemies in duels to disarm them?
Brain-powered wand gun. I get that reference. What was the second one?
An eagle's focus in shooting your enemies in duels to disarm them. That was more of a reference to High School of the Dead, and you know exactly what scene I'm talking about.
Yeah, of course I know exactly what scene you're talking about. No, I want to be able to make my own mecha. I want to be able to 100% Ernest D. Chevalier. Yeah.
Oh, that's not actually what I was talking about.
What the fuck were you talking about?
Irregular magical high.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Right, I'm going to try and blitz through this as quick as possible so we can finish the show. Right, all money goes to the editors. If there's any extra money, then that will be spent on other video ventures, which ultimately goes to the editors. Currently, the funds just fall shy of paying for 2 episodes a month, which means the rest comes out of my pocket. Just $1 a month makes the difference, right? If, of course, you opt to choose the $15 a month, then you will become a mad lad / lass and will also be invited to join these episodes per month. Or if you decide not to, it's fine. And if that's not enough of an incentive, you get more questions that are exclusive to you in the actual main episode. And more often than not, they're not safe for YouTube, so monetization is forcibly turned off. Here is a snippet from this week's episode.
Male pilots, they can get flung around that cockpit left, right, and center. But with the female pilots, they're like, they're firmly strapped in things so that, when the Franks crashes or anything like that, they're safe. They're safe and sound. Like, look at the first pilot that was with S02E89. We got turned into Mom's spaghetti.
So, if you're incentivized, please go into the description where you'll find a link, or manually go to patreon.com/Xenogalleon to support. Now on with the show.
I'm hoping that this one lands close to home for you. As we know, in the setting of Goblin Slayer, the 4-way world has 2 moons. So, how do the goblins solve the 3-body problem?
Wait, the what?
It's an astronomical problem where you're trying to calculate the gravitational forces between 3 bodies in space, essentially. 2 bodies is really easy. 3 bodies gets really complicated.
You see, on the Green Moon, on the Goblin Moon, they have Goblin scientists, and they calculate the gravitational pull at its finest, and I mean like fine. So like they could literally work out where a goblin needs to jump on the Green Moon so that they get slingshot and land on the world that Goblin Slayer's on. Right? It's 100%. That's how they do it. It's all to do with like gravitational wells and slingshots and Very, very scientific.
Have they ever done a slingshot remover around the sun to go back in time?
Gotta go back in time.
Oh my god.
That time I went back in time and started a Goblin revolution.
Okay. So in science, Xeno, we generally have 3 main schools: biology, chemistry, and psychics. So as a devout atheist and 4chan aficionado, has there been any supernatural anime that made you think, I think that could happen?
I want to say ghost stories.
Damn, ever since Lost. Trees move, can't see nothing. Show me the damn monster! And Locke. Locke is a freak. I mean, I like Terry O'Quinn and all, but that guy is a freak. Is Naveen Andrews still screwing Barbara Hershey? Remember her lips and beaches?
Oh my god.
What supernatural anime? I mean, there is a supernatural anime, you know. I think it only got 1 season. I'm gonna go with Inspector. Inspector's really good. Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but I will have to check that out.
I think you would like it. I genuinely think you would like Inspector.
What is the single greatest evil technological advancement in an isekai that you wish you had control over for your own ends? And what would your goal be?
Oh, damn it. Oh my god, can you just imagine if you outsourced animation production to isekai worlds? Like, oh my god, it'd be crazy. I'm thinking, which is very difficult, clearly. I'm thinking I want to weaponize Sid Kagano, launch him, and then be done with him forever. Like, have him atomic the entirety of that isekai world, because I'd be doing the universe a favor.
When he said, imagine outsourcing animation to isekai worlds, I was like, that time I got reincarnated into South Korea.
All right. Mr. Xenogelian, in Moonrise, the Earth Special Forces use a form of super tech called engraving to make certain that their characters aren't limited by, well, options or the constraints of their imagination.
Cough, alchemy, cough. What?
Cough, cough, alchemy, yes. Why was this the most boring and second most glossed over part of the show?
What the fuck? No, it was good. It was a convenience.
It was so convenient, it fell into the background and became boring and was the second most glossed over thing. It's like, oh, he has an engraver. No one talks about that until like fucking the second to last episode. Like, by the way, we took away your engraving suit because of how actually terrifying it can be if anyone competent would use it.
Hey, it's a good series. You just wait. Hold on, what do you mean?
1 hour later.
What was the actual question before we went on a tangent?
Like, why was this the most boring and second most glossed over part of the show? We got over why it's the most boring, it's because it's so convenient. But why was it also like the second most glossed over part?
Because it's relevant to the plot. It's just plot device. I mean, like, what, you want them to actually fucking carry a whole arsenal with them? Nah. I mean, hold on. You have more issue with the engraving stuff than the omnidirectional gear that's used in Attack on Titan?
Because I never really gave a shit of Attack on Titan? Yes.
Touche. Touche. Moving on.
Would a big Goku in the sky mean an extinction level event?
A big Goku
in the sky.
How big wait.
I'm talking about like bigger than the moon, big face in the sky like you see. Big Goku.
I mean, all I can now envision is Goku's head slamming into the earth like the moon in Majora's Mask. You know, except
exactly
for
what I was thinking too.
He's got a big cheeky grin on his face. It's like, yay!
Maybe that's how our moon was formed.
Oh my god. So you're saying Goku's actually... The Monkey King is actually trapped in the moon. Is that what you're trying to say?
He's the Monkey King.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's it. Oh my god. Yes, it does mean an extinction level event, but apparently during the course of Dragon Ball Z, we had like a gajillion different extinction level events.
Also, didn't the moon get blown up like twice?
The moon blowing up was a hoax.
Perpetuated by the Namek conspiracy.
Oh my god.
When you envision your future anime scientific dystopia, are you riding in a time capsule to right the wrongs of the past, or flying through space, working for every ounce of ramen and fuel for the chance to make it big with some tech corp? And name the 2 animes I just referenced.
I think you referenced Dragon Ball Z, but I need you to go through it again because that was long.
Well, the first one was just riding in a time capsule to right the wrongs of the past, so that one was a little vague.
Yeah, but I feel like it was Dragon Ball Z.
No.
Time capsule?
You've already mentioned it today, so it's already not a taboo.
Oh, fuck, no, they do actually have a proper time machine in Steins Gate. I forgot about that. I mean, it focuses so much on the microwave. The other one, what was the other one? What was the description of the other one?
Or would you rather be flying through space, working for every ounce of ramen and fuel for the chance to make it big with some big tech corp?
Okay, so, big tech corp?
Big tech corp comes into it later, but it's towards the end.
I was thinking Cowboy Bebop to begin with.
That is correct.
Then, when did they start talking about big tech
I'm not going
corps?
to spoil it, but
I mean, Nazeth can cut it out. I mean, it's fine.
And so he did.
What was the rest of the question? Because you asked me like what those 2 things were and something
what would you rather do?
Righting the wrongs of the past, 100%.
Even if you never see the ones you love again?
Yeah, potentially. But like the big thing about going to into space and stuff like that, like there's a higher chance of me not seeing the ones I love ever again because some idiot's gonna open a fucking airlock.
Some idiot's gonna leave something in the refrigerator until it mutates.
Yeah.
And then ends up in space standy. What? Now that we're done picking your brain, please connect back to the Nazeth mainframe so that we can continue to use it as a neuromorphic processor and not a battery like some other shows would like to imply you use brains for.
I mean, like, you could, Psychopaths.
The Matrix.
No, not an anime.
Yes, it is.
Nuh-uh.
Nazeth, prove it!
And so he did.